Sage and is fighting the fight. He has fought cities. He has fought counties, politicians, naysayers. Hell, he's even fought mayors.
Thank you for listening to Sage and the Houseless Movement, a weekly show dedicated to the news and views of the homeless locally and worldwide.
And all other things considered homeless?
Yes. Broadcasting live from your Alexa device, the Radio Free Network app, iOS, WMBU.org, Many Voices United, and the RadioFreeNetwork.com. And now, from some wooded area in Akron, Ohio, here is Sage the Rage Lewis.
Now it seems I'm fighting the fire department, and that, people know likey that. They don't like me fighting the fire department. Good morning, Aaron. How are you? It's so good to see you. I don't know if I'm a glutton for punishment or I just like to, some people accuse me of just wanting to stir the shit. And I will entertain any of these ideas, right? I'm like, well, yeah, maybe I'm just a shit stirrer. Maybe that's all it is. But my wife went to the dentist this week and they said that I am a rebel with a cause. So there it is. Like you have to kind of wonder, well, like, okay, what is a guy like me? Like, what is my motivation? And am I just looking for a fight? Before this show, I was putting on my hat, and I recalled when I went to auction school, you had to go for a week to get your license to be an auctioneer, and there was this one teacher who came in and told us all to take off our cowboy hats. Now, I'm in Kentucky, okay? I'm in Kentucky. I'm not in Ohio. I'm down in Kentucky. Half of the people in that room were wearing cowboy hats. You know what they did? They took off their cowboy hats. And you know what I did? I said, I'm not taking my cowboy hat off. He said, what? I said, look, this is not part of the school. There was nothing in the curriculum that said I was not allowed to have a cowboy hat. You just walk in as one of the many teachers and you're like, people shouldn't be wearing hats inside. Take off your hats. I'm like, fuck you, bro. I didn't say that. I wanted to say that. That's what I wanted to say. Aaron says, you're not a pot stirrer, you're a man with a mission. So I think that's true, what Aaron is saying, is that, like, I'm not here just to stir shit for shit stirring's sake. I have integrity. I have values, okay? I stand up for what I believe. Now, honestly, I would imagine any shit stirrer would say the same thing. Ow, 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 oh. Why do I insist on taking my sweater off while I have earphones on? It just sends static right into my eardrums. Ow. Let me give you another example. I've taken on the cause of people using West Market Street as the drive-through lane of Starbucks. You know the Starbucks at Pershing and Market? Well, if you use that street, this is my corner. That's where I turn, right? So this is how it works. I'm coming from downtown. I'm in the right lane because it goes Starbucks, then the traffic light where I turn right onto my road, onto Pershing. So I'm in the right lane, coming from downtown, usually from helping homeless people. So I got this whole righteous, I'm like a do-gooder kind of attitude. You know, I'm here to help the world. And then God put some douche, some dick in my lane waiting for coffee. Okay? It's just the culmination of the white privilege that is juxtaposed with me trying to keep people alive in the freezing cold. Do you understand? I was over, you know, helping people with their tents and cleaning up trash and fighting the fire department to allow them to have fires, which I lost, and I'll tell you more about in a minute. And I roll up right by the Starbucks, one driveway before I turn right. So it's not easy for me, and it doesn't even matter if it's easy for me. I don't succumb to injustice. I don't. And so you know what I do? I sit there and I just lay on my horn. Meh, meh. And you know what happens? Absolutely nothing. Sometimes I piss the guy off so much he won't even go in the driveway. He'll just stand out there. Like the driveway, the people will have moved up, and I've made him so mad that he just sits there. And so then I just sit there. Meh, meh, meh. And I know this is very dangerous, because I am not armed. I do not carry a gun. I carry a box cutter to cut. Now I don't really do much boxes. I used to do a lot of food bank stuff, but now it's usually to cut rope to tie down tents and stuff. I keep a box cutter on me, okay? And I would never, ever, ever, ever use it on a human being or any live creature. I'm just not that guy. So every time I do this, I'm like, oh, here we go. This is it. I'm going to get popped on this one. But those fucking Starbucks pussies, fuck them. Fuck them. They're too chicken shit to kill me over a cup of coffee. That's what I say. So whatever. I got insurance. Probably won't. It's probably a clause in there that says, are you a shit stirrer? Because if you stir the shit and get killed, we're not paying. So I don't know. I don't know what kind of guy I am. I mean, yes, will I stir the shit? Most definitely. Will I stir the shit just to stir shit? I like to think I don't. I like to think it's a cause. A rebel with a cause. I'm an activist, okay? It's what I do for fun. Life has gotten boring. I'm a B-level businessman. I'm not A-level. I don't love money enough to be an A-level businessman. I'm a B-minus. I've been a B+, even an A- in my life, but I'm a solid B right now. Cover all my bills. My family's happy with the amount of money I bring in. They leave me alone. So, yeah. But am I trying to build an empire? No. Aaron says, Starbucks sucks, so get your gratification from knowing that all those people waiting in the line are morons paying for overpriced flavored water. That is burnt, may I add. They source those beans from all over the world because they need so many. And the only way they can get a uniform taste is to burn the beans. That's it. They burn them. It's ridiculous. Dudes, do you know about this? Do you know in my town, I don't know if it's in your town, but at Circle K, we have something called Sip and Save. Sip and Save, ladies and gentlemen, $6. You pay the $6, and then all month, you get any beverage you want out of the fountains. You get the sodas, the tea, the coffee, any size, the freezers, frozen, I forget what they call them. Whatever. She's like, whatever's over there, you just go get it. And then you go into you go to the counter, you type in your phone number, and you get the sip and save. I went to my homeless friend. I'm like, dude, let's go get you the sip and save. It's $5. I'll buy it. He's like, dude, I ain't got no phone. I'm like, fuck. You can't do sip and save. You ain't got no phone. You have to put in your phone number. When you don't have a phone, you don't have a phone number, you can't do sip and save. Everything's more expensive when you're poor. Everybody that's poor knows that. Everybody. You know what they don't have anymore, I don't think, is layaway. My mom would put stuff on layaway at Kmart, and always loved it. Because you'd go in, right? You'd be like, okay, we're going to get this comforter, and you take the comforter off of the shelf. You go into the back. You go into the back wall, and I think it said layaway. And this lady's at the door. It's one of those half doors. And you're like, hey, I'd like to put this comforter on layaway. And you're like, okay, great. And you're like, how much do you want to put down today? And you're like, I can do $5 or $1 or whatever. And then my mom would go in every payday and put down a little bit more on her comforter until she get the comforter. And then we'd walk out with a comforter that one day. It was awesome. I loved layaway. I don't know that you can do it anymore. I don't know. I'm no longer a layaway guy. No longer a layaway guy. That was not that was not an example of the poor people paying more. I just thought that was a nice. That was great, right? I mean, theoretically, you could just save your own money, but you're not going to. You're not going to. My mom would have, if she had been allowed, not, Aaron says layaway was like having a credit card for poor people. Yeah, but I loved it because it worked in advance. When you paid it off, you got the thing. Now you get the instant gratification and you haven't actually bought it. Shoot. I'm so easily distracted. Which reminds me of one of my newest shoot. I got a review on my podcast. I want to read it to you. Hold on. It's worth it. Just wait for this. Wait for it. Yeah, with no interest. That's what layaway was. You're right. So, yeah, and I never felt like I was, poor or whatever. It was just like a layaway. Okay. Beth wrote about this show. This was the most unproductive time I have spent. You have a hard time staying focused, hard to stay tuned. And to that, I said, the most unproductive time? This was the most unproductive time I have spent, said Beth. And I'm like, wow, that is such a bad review. It's almost a compliment. Do you remember that time you sat on the toilet for an hour trying to take a shit and it wouldn't come out? Beth is saying this is more unproductive than that. That is amazing. I will indeed be making promotional material with Beth's comment. It's like having the worst movie ever made. It's just amazing. It's an amazing honor. This was the most unproductive time I have spent. I'm assuming Beth listened to the whole thing. Which means the joke's on her. She was just hoping it was going to get more organized and more structured. No, Beth? No, sorry. You should have known right out of the gate that was it. That was the show. I love it. The most unproductive time I have spent. That's good. Do you know the famous quote from Little Yachty? His friends call him Little Boat. Get it? His name is Little Yachty, but some people call him Little Boat. A yacht is a boat. It's clever. He says in the song I Spy, let me read some lyrics to you. Kyle starts out. It's Kyle and Little Yachty, okay? Yeah, it was probably her Virgin podcast, right? And it didn't go well. As is often the case with a lot of Virgin activities. It's never as good as you think. You got to keep showing up. Eventually, you love smoking cigarettes, you love having sex, you love scotch, you love it all. The first time, not so good. You got to keep trying. That's right, Aaron. Okay. Kyle starts out, man, fuck. Little Yachty says, what's wrong, Kyle? Man, these kids, man, talking shit, making me feel bad. Little Yachty says, man, fuck them kids, bro. Look around, bro. Look at life. Kyle says, man, you're right. You see? Look at these fine bitches over here. Yeah, whoa. Look at these trees, man. You see this water? Yeah, I guess it's okay. Come on, man. You got so much more to appreciate, man. Man, you know what? You're right. You're damn right I'm right. I can't remember a time I was goddamn wrong. Man, thanks, little boat. Hey, man, that's what I'm here for. And so that's been my motto all week. Fuck them kids, bro. Because, man, I have gotten to be TikTok famous, or as my wife likes to say, TikTok infamous. Do you go over to the TikTok? There, let me show you. This video right here is winning 470,000 views. Let's watch it. So you're here for this fire?
Yes.
Is that right?
That is correct.
And what are the rules again, just so we have them on tape?
You have to have it in an approved container.
Approved container. What is approved container?
You know what? I'll go get you the form and
okay.
bring it to you. So.
I just want to make. That guy was so mad. I asked him what an approved container was. I thought he was going to hit me right there. What's an approved container? He's like, "Oh, you fucking did not fucking ask me what a fucking approved container was." But don't worry. This is he's got a partner that's got his back. Make sure I'm on. Everything's good.
5 by 5. You have to be at least 15 feet away from a structure. Even if.
Now, how does this guy know? The other guy, I'm pretty sure, was the captain. This guy, it says lieutenant, okay? Lieutenant, also a massive man, huge. The captain is like, you know what, I don't know. And then this guy is like, let me tell you. But then watch.
Even if that's correct, even if you do that.
Yes.
If someone complains about it,
yes,
a breathing problem, you still have to put it out.
Always put it out.
If someone complains about it.
Okay. How do we...
Turn into a nuisance fire.
Yes, sir. How do we... Okay, now, let me ask you. Don't you think I was being fairly polite? I was saying, yes, sir. I was not interrupting. I was allowing them to talk. I thought I was being very polite. But hold on. Help homeless people stay warm. Oh, geez. There it is. I'm asking the question nobody's allowed to ask. Who am I supposed to call to help homeless people stay warm? And here we go.
It's not something that we...
Who do I call? All about helping homeless people stay warm. Okay, and watch. Captain Man is not happy with me now.
Not something that we can...
I know, but whose job is that? I'm not trying to be mean to you.
I know, but I know...
Okay. I said I'm not trying to be mean to you. I wasn't. I was trying to be very polite. Very polite. And then the captain's like, I know. He doesn't know, but here.
You're going to sit there and put this on YouTube?
Of course I am.
You're going to sit there and put this on YouTube? I'm like, yeah, buddy, now it's fucking YouTube gold. You just fucking said you're going to sit here and put it on YouTube. It's like, what am I going to do? Not put it on YouTube? Incidentally, fuck YouTube, TikTok.
In something.
Well, I'm not trying to.
And then he said he'd get us caught in something. I'm not trying to get him caught in anything.
You are.
Okay.
Yes, you are. Okay. Now, I could only put a minute on TikTok. And then they walk away, and then I start yelling, not to them. It's not fire department's job. It's not APD's job. Whose job is it to keep homeless people warm? That was the only thing. Thank you, Aaron. Aaron said you were beyond polite. Let's just watch it one more time.
All right. Hi, gentlemen. So you're here.
I said, hi, gentlemen. I did. I said, hi, gentlemen.
For this fire?
Yes.
And you see how I was not yelling? I'm capable of yelling. Very calm. Very calm.
Is that right?
That is correct.
And what are the rules?
And that was it. I'm just asking what the rules are. Literally. Okay, now look. The thing about it is, the city comes after me all the time about all kinds of shit. And I always put them on tape. And a lot of times I put it publicly because they say a lot of shit to me. They tell me all the things I'm not allowed to do. And so I just got in the habit of putting them on tape. Yeah. And doesn't he look like Tom Hanks? Holy shit, if you can't see this on the podcast, I'm telling you, that is fucking Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is going to play his role when they roll out my movie. And I'll be like, I wanted to be Tom Hanks. And you're like, no, you ain't Tom Hanks material. Captain Man is Tom Hanks.
Rules again, just so we have them on tape?
That was it. I'm telling you, I'm not fucking with you. I literally put this on, said, I need to know the rules. Because this was the second time they had come out this week, to that day. And my idea was that I was like, look, I need to know what to tell these people, what they can and can't do. That was honestly why, so I could be like, look, these are the rules. You're going to fucking follow these rules. But it turns out the rules don't matter when you're homeless.
You have to have it in an approved container.
And there it is. Approved container. And then that's it. I got him caught. I caught him in a huge trap. I asked him what an approved container was, and I got him. Look, I'm not trying to trap anybody here. I'm trying to find out the truth and what to do. I'm trying to find out what to do. What's an approved container? Oh, jeez. No, now I'm trapping the fireman.
What is approved container?
Look at him. He's like, fuck you, man. Just fuck you.
You know what? I'll go get you the form. And
Okay.
bring it to you. So.
I just want to make sure.
And the guy in the back with the, he's like nodding. He's like, yeah, we'll get you the vibe. We'll get you the thing. He should have been there. The guy in the back looked like he was going to be cool. This guy, the Captain Man, is fucking had it. He's had it with 2020 and COVID and all this fucking bullshit.
Make sure I'm on everything.
And this guy should be the captain. And he's fucking sick of it too, but at least he fucking knows the rules.
At 5 by 5, you have to be at least 15 feet away from a structure. Even if that's correct.
See, now this guy fucking knows the shit. Okay? This guy is he's being firm but clear.
You do that.
Yes.
If someone complains about it,
yes,
breathing problem, you still have to put it out.
Always put it out.
If someone complains about
it.
Okay.
So now, let me role play at this point. Okay? I'm going to play both roles. I say, because I'm a fucking shit stirrer, no, he didn't bring me the form. Because the reason is because this right here. Listen.
Someone complains about it.
Yes.
Breathing problem, you still have to put it out.
Always put it. That's the rule. If anybody complains, you always have to put it out. You always have. So there's the stuff that he talked about. The stuff that he talked about, the 5x5, 15 feet, blah, 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 gets superseded, gets trumped with if somebody calls and complains. Okay? So he doesn't have to bring the form because the form no longer matters if somebody calls and complains. Okay? See? So it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter what the form says. All that matters is somebody will call and complain. And you see, the thing is, the people that live 4 city lots away from me in an apartment building up on a hill with all their windows closed hate homeless people. And the reason they hate homeless people is because homeless people are living near them. We must come to terms with this not in my backyard bullshit that goes on in America. And the people, and now look, watch, you want me to bitch about somebody? I'm going to bitch about fucking liberals. I like to bitch about my people, mostly, because they're the ones creating this bullshit. Okay? It's Democrats that have created this situation. Democrats have run Akron for 30 years. Okay? It's Democrats' fault. I am a Democrat. Okay? I like to mostly rail on shit that is in my people. White, well-off men. Love to fuck with them. Aaron says, if someone complains who is proximity to the actual fire, which is within those parameters. Yeah. Well, we don't know what the proximity is. Apparently, anybody could call. I'm assuming that if I heard there was a fire at 15 Broad Street, I'm over here on the west side. If I heard there was a fire at 15 Broad Street, I could call. I am 4 miles away from it. I could call and say, hey, there is a fire at 15 Broad Street, and it's bothering me. These guys would have to come out and tell me to put out the fire. Because there is no like pure jurisdiction that you have to be a next door neighbor, because these are not next door neighbors. I'm telling you, I'm on the farthest piece of land away from the apartment building, the Annunciation Terrace. That's houseless movement land. Then there is a lot that I want to buy, but ironically they won't sell me, so that they could charge me and fine me for putting homeless people on it. So I just put homeless people on it. There's nothing they can do if there's trash and shit. There's not, because I don't own it and they won't give it to me. It's way over. They haven't paid taxes on it in years. The land bank are the people that broker those deals, and the land bank won't sell the land to me because I have a land violation, which is tents on my land, which is not a land violation. There's no, that's not a thing. They're making it up. So you're saying, Aaron, that would be outside of the parameters, so it's not a valid complaint. Well, I need to know what the proximity is. I don't know what the proximity is. I don't think there is a proximity. I think anybody can call, and then the fire has to go out for any reason. Any reason. Now, my neighbor warms his house with wood, okay? He has a stack of wood in his backyard. Do you think I would be allowed to call and say the smoke that's coming out of his house is irritating to me, and he has to put out his wood-burning fireplace that heats his entire house? Okay, that's what I want to know. I want to know, is that where it goes? I want to see these rules, but then they'll be like, well, this is a fire pit law. Okay. What if I put a wood-burning fireplace in a tent? Now it's not a fire pit. See? Now, you see? What if I do that? What if I put a wood-burning fireplace in a tent? It's no longer a fire pit. See? That's my next game. Shit stir! fire to the rescue. Get a fucking wood-burning stove. You know. Yes. If they're going to play these petty, stupid games, then I'm going to keep playing the petty, stupid games too, because my case is life or death. Okay? The Annunciation Terrorist people, who incidentally I used to bring food to all the time. I don't have a food bank account anymore, so I don't bring food to anybody. I used to give them bus tickets to places. They don't care. They hate homeless people. And that's where we're getting to. Is not in my backyard. Now, the red house that the houseless movement owns, okay, was owned by a couple, okay, before the houseless movement. Well, the homeless charity owned it, and then they transferred it over to the houseless movement. I started setting up tents all around their house, and they were upset. They were upset. I put up fences, but they're like, look, we did not sign up for this. This was they literally said this was our like urban paradise. But mind you, they only owned one piece of land. I owned two at the time. I owned two pieces of land, and then there were two others around them. I now own one of those, and I can't get the other one. Maybe someday. We'll see. Whatever. Yeah, it says, Aaron says, buy an old wood-burning stove to use for their fire pit and run piping to each tent, but not in the tents. So you're saying, Aaron, it's not a fire pit, it's a wood-burning stove. That's genius, Aaron. Because I don't really want a wood-burning stove in the tents. But piping, now you're talking. Okay. Yeah. See, I just love fucking with people like this. So this is where it comes where I'm like, well, maybe I am a shit stirrer. Because I'm like, oh, this will get them. This will be fucking funny. I'm gonna get a wood burning stove like Aaron told me. I'm gonna put it right outside where the fucking burn barrel was. And then I'm gonna be like, it's not a fire pit. It's a wood burning stove. I need to look and see if we're allowed to have wood burning stoves, because then the wood burning stove would be outside. I send ductwork to the tents. I'm a genius. And I get to fuck with people at the same time. It's a win-win. See? Okay, back to the role playing. Okay. So the guy, let me just get you a couple minutes so you can hear. Okay, the guy that knows something.
Even if that's correct, even if you do that,
Yes.
if someone complains about it,
Yes.
breathing problem, you still have to put it out.
Always put it out. Now wait.
If someone complains about it.
Okay, so this is where I start stirring the shit. How do
It turns
we
into a nuisance fire. at
Yes,
that
sir. How do we help homeless people stay warm?
That is not something that we.
Who do I call? Okay, there. So, look. You should all, if you work in the city and you're going to be in the nuisance department, the fire department, the police department, if you come to my place, mind you, they're on my land, okay? I'm not on the street, which I would be allowed to do. They walked onto my property. I'm on my property. And I ask the question as a homeless activist. By the way, you can get my book. Still not too late for Christmas. I literally wrote the book called The Homeless Activist. I'm gonna ask you, when you put a sign up that says this tent's gotta go down or this fire's gotta go down, you gotta know, I'm gonna say something shitty like, well, what are the homeless supposed to do? Where are they supposed to go? How are they supposed to get warm? You should play those roles. Okay? Here. Now, listen. This is how they did it. And I'm going to give them the Sage Lewis, how to handle Sage Lewis class. My wife always does this with me. She's like, oh, these people, man, they don't know how to handle you. I'm like, I know. Okay, listen. Okay. How do we...
Turn into a nuisance fire.
Yes, sir. How do we help homeless people stay warm? Okay, now, I say my bullshit line. How do we help homeless people stay warm? And then they're like, that's not my thing. That's not my thing. Look, that's trap number one. Oh, build a fence with a metal roof around 3 sides of the wood stove, just like the ice skating rinks. Oh, okay. That's a good idea. That's a very good idea. I'm going to seriously consider it. But honestly, I'm just moving everybody to electric heaters. They're actually safer. The only problem is that and electric blankets. I want to try electric blankets. If anybody has a donation of an electric blanket, I'll need it because I hear they use less electric than one of those heaters. And the problem I'm having is I'm blowing circuits all the time because everybody's got their electric heaters on. Okay? See? You feel me? So, I'm just moving to electric. I don't know if I can afford that. That's the problem. But you know me, I'm also good at begging for money. Or even like pavilions at the Metro Parks. Right. And you know, I'm going to be honest with you. These people fucking burn anything, okay? They fucking suck. But in their defense, they don't have any wood. So they're going to burn any. It's fine. They don't have wood burning stove. It's fine. I'm not pushing this point. I'm just going electric. It's safer, more reliable. If I can just get over the breaker situation, then I'll deal with the bill. I just have to get through December, January, February, March, and most of April. Just 5 months of like $1,000 electric bill. Anyways. What the fuck did I just do? Shit. Hold on. Oh, damn it. My microphone fell off of its little doohickey. Hold on, everybody. Crap. I can't do this show with me holding my microphone. What happened here? Hold on, everybody. My microphone fell off of its stand. Okay, hold on. There we go. Okay. Sorry. Another quality episode of Sage Against the Machine. What did Beth say again? I love it. The most unproductive time I have spent. Do you remember that time I stood in line at the BMV for an hour only for them to tell me I needed to go home and get my Social Security card? It's more unproductive than that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Anyways, okay. Here we go. I say my line, and then I'm going to be a fireman. So, how do we help homeless people stay warm? Take a breather. I'm baiting you. I know it's not your job. But I have a camera, and I know what the people on the TikTok like. They like what's going to come out of your mouth right now. Okay, just stop. Stop talking. Okay? Listen to what I'm going to say. Hey, man, I get it. This is a bad situation. Homelessness sucks. You can use any of these. I mean, I'm just riffing right now. I'm riffing, okay? I hate having to see American citizens. Do you know My brother-in-law was homeless. He lived out here. And in fact, I think you maybe even gave him a tent one day. Thanks, man. You know, we're all, everybody in the city, Sage. I know you think the city hates you, but the city doesn't hate you, man. We're just wrestling with a really hard topic. And we don't know what to do about it. You're calling out some really challenging things. And you know, man, we're just here because we're the fire department. I told you the law. Somebody calls, we have to come out. If there's anything I can do, what would you like me to do? See, do that. Turn it back on me. What would you like me to do? And then I got to think on the spot. Well, I'd like you to not tell me to put out this fire. Well, man, look, I'm not in a position to make laws. I'm just here because there is a law on the books that says if somebody complains, I got to come out and do this. I don't want to have to do this, but I don't make the laws, man. What is there something I see now you see, did you see how Sage in there got a little squirmy? Now you see how you're like, "Oh, I got Sage now. What can I do? What can I do?" And I got no answer. You empathize, you understand, you don't get defensive, because then that shit is going to go on TikTok. Okay? We live in the YouTube TikTok world now. And I know police officers and fire people don't like being videoed, doing their job. But I'm here to tell you, it's better, okay? It's better for you. It's better for society. Because then, when there's a bad cop, or even a bad fireman, which incidentally, a friend of mine was trying to video a fireman washing the sidewalk over by Haven Arrest where somebody had been murdered, and the fireman sprayed him lightly with his fire hose. He was on the sidewalk. See, that is, well, then they would be like, well, if he wasn't taking video, he wouldn't have gotten sprayed. No. Do you remember the people that we got on video where the cops brutally murdered them? We need it. Okay? Aaron says, guess they haven't figured out that the only way to shut you up is going to be taking action and following your lead, but that's beneath them. Yeah. So here's the thing. Right, Aaron? And Aaron also says, I prefer the 1 hour to take a shot synopsis. I'm not going to stop because I'm that guy. I'm the guy that is going to blare his horn behind you at Starbucks if you use the busiest street in Akron as the Starbucks drive-through line. And I'm willing to take a bullet for it. Okay? Because then, and I usually try to get that on video because I'm like, well, that'll fucking trend on TikTok. Me getting shot for blowing my horn at somebody in the Starbucks line that's using West Market as a drive-through lane. I'm that guy, okay? I don't know why I'm that guy. I don't know how I got that guy to become that guy. It doesn't really matter. I'm that guy. I'm an activist. And I'm going to do this shit until the day I die. Okay? So, one way or another, and I will die eventually, although my grandfather lived till 99, and I'm having a wonderful time. I feel good. I feel healthy. I just lost a bunch of weight. Down to 187 from 240. Trying to get to 185. That's the number for me. So, because I'm having too much fun. Okay? And the other thing is, I'm right. This is not a complicated issue. Now, it's out of the hands of the fire department. It's out of the hands of the police department. Now, you can stop being dicks. I'm just saying, those firemen were a little dickish at the end, right? A little bit. They didn't need to be that. Okay? And I know why. Look, it's been a hard year. They're all on their last legs. They can't fucking deal with all us fucking humans that are like, I'm not taking vaccinations. You need a dash camera. Oh, I got the dash camera. Don't you even worry. I will be catching the shot that kills me on video. Don't you worry about that. I can't let that kind of TikTok gold go to waste. And if whoever fucking gets the video does not put that shit up on TikTok when I'm dead, I will be upset. I'm here for the views, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why I'm this way. I don't know why. I mean, what I do know is I want my life to matter. I feel that we are here not for our own selfish gain, that we're here to contribute to the universe, the entire universe, if not the entire multiverse. We're not here to just plunder resources. However, that does seem to be the value system of America today. I got mine, screw you, I'm getting on an airplane and flying wherever the hell I want, whenever the hell I want. I'll do what I want. I'll do what I want. I'll do what I want. Okay? And honestly, look, I've taken a few philosophy classes. I get the idea of moral subjectivism. I mean, I get it. I get it all. I get it all. But for me, I put a stake in the sand that says I will contribute to society in a meaningful way, in a way that I can contribute. And it just so happens, I don't give a fuck what kind of shit you say about me online, because in the immortal words of Little Yachty, fuck them kids, bro. I don't give a fuck. I do not give a fuck, because I'm right. These are American citizens where that we are removing their tents, removing their heat source, and generally hating. Let me read you some TikTok comments. Let me read you some. Hold on. Okay, I'll just go down here. This one got 997 hearts. There, I'll go. Yeah, I'm not. You don't need to see them. Use that phone to fill out a job application and get a fucking job. To which I said, I'm not homeless. Here, this one got 214 hearts. Cody says, sorry, bud, you were in the wrong. Looking for trouble, raising your voice and trying to cause a fight. I was not raising my voice. Listen.
Who do I call about helping homeless?
I said that. Who do I call? Look, I have a loud voice. Who do I call is how I would say it to my wife at dinner. Who do I call? That was me just talking. I'm sorry if you saw it as me raising my voice. I just say that. I talk loud. I quit smoking. I'm a little louder than normal. Who do I call?
People stay warm.
Not something that we can
I know, but who's...
I know. Look, that's not something. See? Do you see how he went wrong here? I have him. Okay, I'm playing a game of chess now. Or actually, I have like a little mouse in my claws, okay? And I got him. My brain, believe it or not, works. And I'm here for the views. Why? To raise awareness that there are American citizens freezing to death not in just California or New York. This is little Akron, Ohio. This is happening in every major northern city in America. Buffalo, Detroit, Des Moines, Milwaukee. Oh, and then go up north, go to the Twin Cities. Holy shit, it's cold as fuck. Aaron says, you have a special purpose just like Steve Martin and the Jerk, except Horrible Horgan is the Jerk. Yes. I will be removing Horrible Horgan from office. That is my ultimate goal. He is the worst mayor in the history of Akron. Couldn't be worse. My wife was just talking about all those funds he got from the national government for COVID and COVID relief. He's using it to build parks. Not for the people that are suffering from COVID. Fuck that guy, bro. Look, raising your voice and trying to cause a fight. Now, look, this guy should have not gone here because I couldn't resist. Job is that. I'm not trying to be mean to you.
I know, but I know you're going to sit there and put this on YouTube.
Of course I. Okay, I know you're going to sit here and put this on YouTube. Not his best moment. But I did not badger him. Listen, watch what I do next. I am.
Something.
Well, I'm not trying to.
Yes, you are.
Okay. All right. See, I stopped. He said, yes, you are. And I said, okay. I didn't talk over him. I said, okay. But this guy says I was raising my voice and trying to cause a fight. Then this guy says, how about we not normalize squatters and trespassers trashing our communities? Can we start with that, sir? To which I said, these people are on our charity's private land and are supported by private money. They are not squatters or trespassers. He didn't rub back. David says, you're looking for a fight. And then I got a lot of these. I know how to get them warm, tell them to work. Everybody wanted to tell me how I got to solve homelessness by getting a job. Have you ever gotten a job? Okay, let's say this. Okay, let's say. I'm assuming you've gotten a job and you know how it works. Okay. You get your job. Woo! You go to your job. Woo! It was the greatest job of my life. Day one was so great. You do not get paid that day for that day's work. I don't know if most people know that or not, but that's not how it works. A lot of times you got to work a whole bunch of days. Now, if you're a laborer or a roofer, sometimes they'll pay you that day, which is really good. Let's say you do get paid. You get paid $100 a day, okay? That's what labor goes for this in Akron. About 100, between 100 and 130. Somebody said 130 recently, which is great. Let's just say that. Let's say you get 130 a day. Now, you take your $130 and you go back to your tent. Or you could spend it in a hotel. You could go to a hotel. But the problem with that is now you're not saving any money because you gave the money to the hotel. Okay? And then of course you want to eat. Yeah, I want to eat. Lame. Maybe you want to get a phone so that you can talk to your boss about where the next job is in the morning? No? So, these people that are like, get a job, when you're living in a tent, your job is to survive. Okay? You're walking around. Well, now, fortunately, these people don't have to worry about getting firewood because that's illegal. So they're saving time that way. I mean, really. Now, you don't have to worry about heating. Get a job. I have tremendous respect for the firefighters. Why is it always someone else's responsibility to take care of the homeless? For some homeless, it's a choice. There are resources. Go find them. Interesting, he can afford a phone. I keep yelling, I'm not homeless. So what's your point? Why don't you do your own research, not the fire department? job to keep homeless people warm. Not sure what you're trying to prove. Firefighters don't have your answers, man. You come off wrong. You know how many of our parks got burned because the tweaker have a fire? It's on my land. I will do whatever they say to do. But we learned that it doesn't matter because the guy said, even if you do all those things, if somebody calls, you got to put it out. And it's like that over and over and over again. I don't need to read all the hate. They hate me. They hate me. Now, I'm going to say something provocative which will cause other people to hate me. But it reminds me of somebody else you've hated in history. Somebody trying to do the right thing, trying to stand up for the poor and the weak, the sick, the disabled. And people hated that man too. You think you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King died with a 75% hate average. 75% of America hated him. Now, of course, people hated Jesus too. There's a lot of speculation that even if Jesus came back and we all knew it was Jesus, we'd burn him right at the stake again. We'd burn him, we'd cross him, and we'd execute him, shoot him. We'd do it over again. We'd do it over again. This is how it goes. People that stand up for the weak, the elderly, mind you, there's a lot of elder abuse, a lot of elder hate. Disabled people, they hate disabled people. They certainly hate black people. Mentally disabled. You will be hated. I guarantee it. 100%. I'll take that bet any day of the week. You will be hated. You will be hated. All right, Aaron here says, charge him with murder because that's what he is by not listening to you, by working with you instead. Yeah, they will charge me with murder, okay? You wait. I know exactly what they're waiting for. They're waiting for somebody to die on my land, and then they will prosecute me. They're waiting. And it will happen. Someone will die on my land. I get it. I get it. Aaron says, I make $88 a day minus taxes. We're at maybe 55. Okay, so you're making 55. That's $250 a week, $1,000 a month. Average rent in Akron, $650. Okay, now, interestingly, I want to show you this. What is the average cost of rent in Akron, Ohio? It's not 55. Rent Cafe says it's 888. 888. Okay. Now this one, Zumpers does say a one bedroom is $650. So that could be true. Look at some of these other cities though. What is the average cost of rent in Cleveland, Ohio? $1,172. 24% poverty in Philadelphia. Check this out. What's the average rent in Philadelphia? $1,736. Now, it's not like the poverty rate is the poverty rate, okay? It's not like, well, the poor make more money in Philadelphia, and that's why they can afford that. No! Wait, let me make sure I got that poverty rate. What is the poverty rate in Philadelphia? 23%. What is the poverty rate in Akron, Ohio? 23%. Same as Philadelphia. Philadelphia has the second highest poverty rate of major cities. I think Detroit has the highest. What is the poverty rate of Detroit? 30%. It says number 2 most impoverished city. Hey, look at this. It says Detroit no longer. Whoa. Okay, this was done in 2020. Detroit no longer the poorest city in the U.S. Cleveland, number 1 with 30.8%. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. 30.6%. They beat them out by 0.2%. Okay. Poverty is defined as a family of 3 making less than $21,000. Okay. That means 65,000 residents of Detroit live below the poverty line. Wait, the population, according to Detroit's population, currently stands at about 670,000 people. It's down 7%. And 30% live below the poverty line. 30%. How do we not have uprisings? Do you know this stat? How much housing is available for extremely low income people in America? Do you know this one? The U.S. has a shortage of 6.8 million rental homes affordable and available to extremely low-income renters, okay? It seems like a lot, right? Only 37 affordable and available rental homes exist for every 100 extremely low-income renter households. 37 people have availability for housing. Do you understand what that means? The people that can afford that 3 out of 10, or let's just call it 4 out of 10. 2/5, 4 out of 10 people have access to housing they can afford if they're extremely low income. 6 out of 10 do not. Do you understand what I'm saying? Dang it, the show went over. I got all excited. I got to wrap this up. I'm going to get fired from my free job of doing the show. People, I'll come back, talk to you guys over at Facebook. Just 1 minute. All right, everybody. I love you. Thank you so much. Come back next week for the most unproductive time of your life. More unproductive than I'll come up with whatever it is. Doesn't matter. This is more unproductive than that. I love you. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Sage and the Houseless Movement, a weekly show dedicated to the news and views of the homeless locally and worldwide.